Republican Patriot of the Year, Straka.
My name is Straka, and I started something called the Walk Away campaign. I grew up in a tiny little town in Nebraska. I'm a gay man, and so the messages that I always got growing up were that Republicans hate gay people, that Republicans hate black people, that Republicans hate brown people, that they're racists and bigots and homophobes. So I went along with that without asking any questions, really. And my entire life I always voted Democrat. Going into the 2016 election, I believed everything that the liberal media was telling me. They told me that Donald Trump was a racist and a bigot and a homophobe and that his followers were no better. But they also told me that I had nothing to worry about because they said he had a 3% chance of winning. All of us on the left had already completely started celebrating the fact that Hillary Clinton was going to be the first woman president. And this is what liberal ideology kept telling us. We need a woman president. Doesn't matter what her values are, doesn't matter what she brings to the table, doesn't matter her character. She's a woman, this is what we need. Unless it's a conservative woman, they hated Sarah Palin. And so I was shocked when Donald Trump was elected president. But I was more than shocked, I was horrified. I was terrified. I was scared to death. And I kept asking myself, how anybody could vote for a man who stood before a cheering crowd and mocked a reporter's disability. How could anyone vote for this monster, this bigot, this racist? Like, what is the matter? What has happened to the soul and the fabric of America? What is, you know, I knew Republicans were bad people, but I didn't know you guys were that bad. And I kept going on social media and I kept asking and nobody would answer me. And finally, somebody answered me. There was a woman named Diane who was my babysitter when I was a baby, and she gave me a link to a YouTube video entitled Debunking the Trump Mocked the Disabled Reporter. Now I saw just the title of the video and that liberal inside of me was just almost gleeful and excited about watching it so I could then write her back and tell her how stupid she was for falling for this, Fox News brainwashing right-wing propaganda. And I pushed play on the video. And what I saw next was a compilation of footage showing Donald Trump doing that exact same voice and that exact same gesture numerous times over numerous years in numerous circumstances. But the commonality was he was imitating someone who had been caught in a lie, or somebody who was doing something shady, somebody who'd been caught doing something dishonest. And I had a disconnect between my brain and my heart, because my brain said to me, oh my God, I don't think he mocked that reporter's disability. But my heart said, but we hate him, but we hate him, but we hate him. And I was having trouble reconciling this within myself. So I went to bed and I just kind of put it to rest. And the next day I got up and I watched the video again. And it was very clear to me, he did not mock that reporter's disability, but this didn't make any sense to me because CNN told me that he did. And they had never lied to me before. I spent the next couple of months getting into bed at night and watching YouTube videos and reading and trying to find out anything I could find out about, does the media lie? And what is going on? And I found out fascinating things. I found videos of black people who went to Trump rallies to support him, and when they showed up, CNN cut them out of the shots so that they could then report that it was a whites-only rally, another racist KKK rally for Donald Trump. And this was just mind-blowing to me. I had absolutely no idea that this is something that really happened, something that was going on. And so eventually, I started kind of investigating the conservative point of view and what was true and what wasn't true. And what I found out was that I think deep down, the majority of me had probably always been a conservative all along. But as a gay man, the message that I always received is, you must be a liberal. You must be a Democrat. And it's not just me. It's black people. It's brown people. It's Jewish people. It's anybody who isn't essentially a straight white American gets this message pounded in them time and time again by the Democratic Party and by the liberal media. You don't have a choice. Well, that's bullshit. And so, by the end of 2017, I had reconciled within myself, oh my God, I'm a conservative. And in early 2018, I changed my registration to the Republican Party. I was out jogging one day and these words flashed in my brain like a lightning bolt. I heard the words, once upon a time, I was a liberal. And a speech just wrote itself in my brain. And I ran right back home and I wrote it all down. It took me less than 30 minutes to write it from beginning to end. And I shot a video, a 6-minute video. Once upon a time, I was a liberal. And I put it out on social media, and I encouraged other people to make their videos as well, because I knew I was not the only person feeling this way. There must be tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who also are feeling so alienated and so pushed away by the fringe, extremist, violent, vitriolic ideology of liberalism that has been embraced by the Democratic Party and propagated by the liberal media. And so I put my video out and I called it the Walkaway Campaign, and I encouraged other people to make their videos as well, and they did. The campaign now has over 400,000 Patriots who have joined this campaign on all social media platforms. What we say is that Walkaway is a journey, not a destination, meaning you can become an independent, you can become a libertarian, you can become a Republican. The most important thing is, for God's sake, think for yourself. Start thinking for yourself. Stop being defined by your gender, by your skin color, by your sexual orientation. There's a very erroneous belief, and I think it's embraced largely by the Republican Party, that black people will only listen to black people. Do you want to make a bet? Black people love good ideas just as much as any other person does. LGBT people love good ideas just as much as any other person. Hispanic Americans, immigrants, brown people love good ideas. Unfortunately, they never get to hear them because they're told time and time again that they don't belong on the right. The Walkaway Campaign is breaking that wall down, brick by brick by brick by brick, and I will not stop until we break through completely. When it was discovered that we were throwing an LGBT town hall, liberal progressives formed a mob and contacted their media, who will do their bidding at the snap of a fingers. They started reporting stories that we are a white supremacist hate group, that we are homophobic, transphobic, every other phobic that you can imagine. The center buckled and canceled our event. They don't want LGBT Americans to know that they don't have to be socialists. They don't have to be communists. They don't have to go along with a toxic political party and a toxic ideology that tells them time and time again that they are victims, that they cannot succeed in America, that they are oppressed just by virtue of the fact that they exist. Perhaps we could argue if that was ever true, but it is not true in 2019. Where's the conservative media? The liberal media sprung into action immediately and got our event closed down. Where the hell is the conservative media? Where the hell is the Republican Party? On October 27th, I threw a march on Washington. The Walkaway March on Washington. Hardworking patriots from around the country contributed $20, $30 at a time until we raised $250,000 to throw a spectacular march on Washington. We had every type of American there. We had gay, straight, bisexual, transgender, we had black, we had white, we had brown, we had every type of American there in unity and solidarity, coming together. Not a single word from Fox News, not a single word from anyone in the media. It was never reported. It was probably the most spectacular event of 2018 that nobody read about. Nobody saw anything on television about. And, well, there was one person who talked about it. The day of our march, Donald Trump tweeted, #WalkAway. Walk away from the Democrat Party movement marches today in DC. Congratulations to Brendan Straka for starting something very special. The Walkaway campaign is working, and we have connected with these different communities. And listen, I don't quit. I don't quit. They shut my event down. I went out and I found another space, and I'm going to raise the money for it too. Their resistance and their interference only makes me sharper and faster and better, and I will not quit. I can promise you that. But I can't do it alone. I can't do it alone, especially when I can't even get the media to care when our event gets shut down, you know? So we've got to do this together, you guys. First of all, don't let anyone tell you that because of the color of your skin, you can't go up to somebody else who has a different color of skin and say, hey, let's have a conversation about how your life could be better. Let's talk about a party that wants to empower you as an individual to live your best possible life. It's not enough to conduct business as usual because yes, the Democratic Party is lousy and they are liars and they are connivers and they are vitriolic and they are violent and they are socialist and they are horrible. But they are talking to these people and they're making them feel good, and everybody likes to feel good. Everybody likes to feel like they are being looked at when they're welcome. There's just one problem. They're lying. They're lying to these people. I love this country. I love this country as a conservative. My God, I never thought I would ever say those words. Never. But I do, and I'm fearful. I'm fearful when a mob of leftists can activate like that and get the media behind them and within hours shut down my event so that an entire community never gets another message, just constantly is stuck again in this intellectual quarantine. That's horrifying. Horrifies me. I need your help. I need your help. I need the media's help. I need people to participate. So I'm encouraging all people, walkawaycampaign.com. Whether you want to volunteer, whether you want to donate, whether you want to write to politicians and say, hey, RNC, there's something really exciting going on here. There's a movement that's speaking to minorities in America. They're listening. I think that God is actually putting rebels into positions of power right now. I think that God thought it would be really funny to say, I'm going to make Donald Trump president. I think he thought it was going to be really funny to say, I'm going to make this gay man in charge of a conservative movement. But it's working! I love you all. Everybody, hashtag walk away! Walkawaycampaign.com. Don't forget it.